That is my first round module. That's mine. I made that. That's my marshmallow. As you can see, I am your tour guide today. Not by choice. I'm so proud of myself. Look, that is my marshmallow. It's accomplishment here, okay, people? Slow clap. Thank you. Slow clap.
Alright guys, we get an early start this morning. Got most of the servicing done last night. Didn't have much of a frost to melt off today. Wind blowing. It is about 9:30. We got between the rest of this farm and the one across the road there, we got about 80 acres and we'll be done in this area. So my goal today is to get these done and get moved back to the shop. If we get that done, that's going to be the kind of day I envisioned when I bought this picker. It's going to be a long ways away from what we've done the last 3 days or so. But in order for that to happen, we can't have any breakdowns, no codes pop up, none of that crap. We need a hard day of running. And I believe everything's ready. We'll find out. Ooh, get out these long sleeves. Get a little freedom in my movement. All right, we're going to start out this morning with our with some test plots. We've got our Utrisha cotton plots from here on Flag. We got 2 treatments, treated and untreated, 4 times each, total 8 plots. Now UT can't get out here today to weigh these modules, so I'm just going to pick the plot, wrap the module, dump it at the end, and whenever they can get by, probably Monday morning, then we'll come back over here and weigh the modules. And we're not going to have these gens, so we're not going to know the exact date as far as turnout and stuff. We're just going to use one consistent turnout, but that ought to give us good enough representation of whether this product is worked on cotton in this year. So if you're interested in results, I will post the spreadsheet of the results at the end of this video. Hopefully we see some positive results, but based upon what I saw in corn and soybeans with this product, it would really kind of shock me if we see much improvement in yield. Now, I've talked extensively about that product in other videos, especially our I think it was our 9th corn harvest video. So if you want to know more about it, just go watch that video. Also, I did a video called bugs in the jug, I did a video earlier in the year when we applied it called fertilizing our crops with bugs. If you want to learn more about the product, suggest you go watch that.
I hate to ruin your day, but the bush hog is very broke and it's probably beyond repair. The entire thing that holds on the blade has come off one of the wings and is broke off at the weld. Like, I've never seen that happen before. So he says he can throw it back up on there and bring it over.
God bless. Just can't catch a break with that freaking bush hogging tractor.
That giant round thing that holds the blade has completely broke off at the weld. Like, how much is a new bush hog, seriously?
Hey guys, got all the plots harvested, got the modules lined up, just waiting for a scale. And you just heard Kelly. God bless, that bush hog makes me sick. Anyway, one other thing I wanted to mention about these Utrisha plots, we only applied 20 pounds an acre of supplemental nitrogen, and they were still yielding over 1,000 pounds, both the treated and the untreated. So it goes to show you how much we're over applying nitrogen on cotton. You don't need a whole lot of nitrogen to make big yields on cotton. You know, standard University of Tennessee recommendation is 80 pounds of nitrogen. A lot of folks I know put out 100 to 120 pounds of nitrogen. That plot, we only put out 20 pounds of nitrogen. Don't think we had any chicken litter here. We did have cover crop. Knowing we get some nitrogen from the cover crop, but guys, y'all cotton grower, you applying 100, 120 pounds of nitrogen, I urge you just to do some trials yourself, because I think you can still maximize your yields with less nitrogen. Yep, that doesn't look good. That's supposed to go. Right there. The whole center hub broke out. Although it's been broke for a while. You see that rusty right there? So it's been cracked for a while. So that rust right there. They finally decided to let go. I got H&R seeing if they can find another one, but I don't know if I can fix that or not. Well, that part is no longer available.
Do I get to go shopping?
I could just put a blade bar on there without the stump jumper. It'll be here June of next year.
Can I go shopping?
That'll be just in time.
No, we got to fix this.
We're gonna go about.
How are we gonna do this?
I don't know yet.
Can you rent one? You can rent a tractor. Can you rent a bush hog?
We got the big gun on the truck, so let's pull that off and get back to the shop. Alright, so in the meantime, my old retired landlord had him bring his little John Deere over here. He's gonna cut out a spot on the flat parts where we can stack modules anyway. Well, I've been looking at this. I think I can fix it. It's gonna take a lot of grinding, a lot of welding, but I'm gonna bevel this all the way down, grind this off. We're going to leave it attached because I want to make sure I keep it positioned just right. I don't want this thing cockeyed in there any way whatsoever. So leave this mounted the way it is. You know, slope those down, V it out real good, and then weld it up, and then weld it up down here. And it ain't gonna be as strong as new, but it should be stronger than what it was, considering it was already halfway cracked. It looks like it'd already been patched at some point in the past anyway. All right, so while I'm working on that, I'm gonna get Kelly to pick cotton. She knows how to drive a picker. She never drove this before, but I think she'll be able to do it. So we just used our last roll of wrap on her test box. Take it out real quick, and I'm gonna get to the shop. Get her done 2 rows at a time. I ain't never seen an old man as happy as he is right now. Get cut stock with a little John Deere tractor.
Back up.
Yeah.
Hey, that little one's getting.
Well, we got the thing off the bush hog. There it goes on the back of the water trailer. It may or may not be fixable. I mean, it's got some room to be welded on, but I believe that thing's been cracked, or not broke, but those welds have been working them way free for a little while now, but we're gonna see what we can do. So I'm headed back. I'm gonna help Matt unload that thing because it is not just the lightest thing ever, and then I'm gonna come back. Kelly is actually running the picker right now, so I'm gonna be here while Matt's fixing on that. I'm gonna be here picking up all the bales she spits out, so hopefully we can keep on running smooth besides the bush hog. Actually, Mr. Roy is out here right now, and he is helping us bush hog, which he absolutely loves to. I think he's only got like a 6-foot bush hog instead of a 15, but I mean, it's still doing better than ours is right now.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, got a fresh battery here. It's a little smaller, so we're charging both of the 6 amp hour ones. But I'm going back to pick up some bales.
All right, now you can see a little bit better. Like I said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna V this down, that side down, grind all this off, weld those cracks up, V that out, do the same thing with this piece, put it back down there and try to weld it back up again.
That is my first round module. That's mine. I made that. That's my marshmallow. As you can see, I am your tour guide today. Not by choice. I'm so proud of myself. Look, that is my marshmallow. It's accomplishment here, okay, people? Slow clap. Thank you. Slow clap. So the reason why I'm on here is because the bush hog broke. We have our landlord out here who's amazing with his little one, but Matt is back at the shop trying to figure out how to fix it, and I'm out here picking this amazing cotton. And there's a lot to watch, so I'm just proud of myself that I didn't jack up anything. So, win for Kelly today. So Andy's now the marshmallow manager. And my neighbor's over here just bush hogging, picking it up, getting it out of my way. That's my second one. I'm so proud of myself.
All right, I got that V'd out about as good as I could. Got a nice little crack down in there to weld into. And then put my level on it. That's pretty dang close to level. Well, this kind of repair, the way I'm doing it, that's probably about as good as I'm going to get. So I'm going to attack it, make sure it's still on there straight, and then start filling in there. I'm gonna weld it up with a 70-18 rod, about as strong as rod I got, and I don't know how long it's gonna last, but that's about as good as I can do. And you know, considering only half the bar was holding it, it ought to last longer than what it did before after it started cracking. It looks like I got a fair root weld down in there. I did a little bit better job on that side, so fill her up with weld and press your holes. Well, there you go. There's a finished project. Ain't the prettiest welding job I've ever done. I had to lay multiple beads down there, but she ought to hold. She ain't too bad off level. Guess all that welding must have pulled it just a little bit, but it's better than nothing. All right, let's get this thing slapped on the bush hog. Let somebody go cutting stalks now. And if you're curious about what kind of welder I got, it is a Craftsman welder. I have no idea how old it is. I'm pretty sure my granddad probably bought it early in his career, and it has welded lots of metal. Sucker puts out some good heat though. I seriously doubt they make them like that one anymore.
So I had number 2 choke up twice. One, I think I sucked up a Dollar General bag, and the second time it was a rock about that big. So really haven't gotten much done today, but I've made 4 modules, and now I'm on my 5th, and I just got back with the bush hog. But rolling along, you gotta watch a whole lot of stuff, so. And the auto guidance is not working, so the minute I start watching that, I get off the road. Multitasking in its finest. But doing my best. Doing my best. Now the boys are watching me, so it's like judgmental city over there, which is so great. Look at this. They're just sitting and judging me.
Well, we've got a surprise convoy with us now. I just went back to the shop, helped Matt load that part for the bush hog back up. I believe it's all welded up and looking nice. Maybe it'll cut a couple passes. But when I got back in line to follow him, we have a special guest called Dylan Joyce. And he came at a perfect time to put his hands on some green equipment. Oh! We had a catastrophic failure. It did not make it to the field. Alright, so the bush hog part is now on Dylan's truck and we have made it to the field. So that was great. But yeah, we have a bush hog down and a picker that's clogged up. So stay tuned. Alright, there she goes. Matt got the bush hog all welded, well, that piece all welded back up, and we put that stump guard on there and put the blades back on, and it looks good from right here. So I guess we're about to see how far he can run it, see how long that holds on. So just waiting for the wing to fall down now, and maybe we can see it run for a minute. While Kelly is still picking and Matt is still eating his lunch over here and chatting with Dylan, I've got like 2 or 3 modules to pick up, so.
Well, as y'all can see, you see how low that sun's getting. We still got another 25 acres left on this original farm. Haven't even made it to the second farm. We could have done a grand total of 25 acres so far today. Yes, unfortunately, it has been another one of those days. Not only did we have a pretty bad breakdown on the bush hog, this picker is giving us fits, and I had a witness today. Anyway, while I was fixing the bush hog, Kelly was here on the picker. She had 2 choke ups. One of the times a rock mysteriously appeared in her field and jammed up one of the header units. Anyway, I ate lunch, got back on the picker, and Dylan Joyce showed up. He wanted to ride on the picker. They done with harvest. Thank goodness he didn't come to rub that part in, but he did want to come ride on the picker, so he rode with me for a few hours and got to witness just the constant little issues we've had. I had 3 choke ups on my headers here. I had an issue with my sensor back there on the handler. Got that fixed, and then I don't know how it happened, but the 4 bolts holding my unit drive shafts to the main drive mysteriously decided to loosen themselves and come out. Never seen that happen before. Nothing big or major other than the bush hog, but just aggravating stuff. You know, cost you 10 minutes here, 30 minutes there, an hour here. You know, it's always something. We're having a better day we did yesterday, but we still have not had a trouble-free day running yet, except for the very first day. It's starting to get a little aggravating. We got a clear stretch of weather, according to NOAA, at least until next Wednesday. It's Friday today. Next Wednesday night, they calling for more rain coming in, and I'm wanting to be done by cotton then, because we got to plant some wheat. But unless we're able to pick up the pace, that ain't gonna happen. But if these problems don't stop going away, I mean, there ain't no more picking up the pace. There's only so much we can do. But I think I effectively cured Dylan of even remotely thinking about planting some cotton after he rode with me for a few hours. I don't think he's going to be going out and cotton picker shopping tomorrow. I don't think he wants any part of that headache. Y'all be sure and ask him about it in this next live stream, though. He'll tell you all about it. Things could definitely be worse, though. I mean, at least we are picking some fantastic cotton. At least fantastic considering it was replanted. I mean, we're seeing yields out of this replanted cotton off what we would expect off some non-replanted cotton in a good year. So far, I don't think we've had any farms below 1,000 pounds. And for our soil, over 1,000 pounds is a good yield for us. Not an excellent yield like we saw on our first farm, but a good yield. But considering, you know, all of this was planted really late May, you know, I think this right here was planted like maybe May 26, May 27, something like that. To see these kinds of yields, really awesome. Good Lord has definitely smiled on us this year. I just wish they'd smile a little bit harder on my cotton equipment. I was worried for the last 4 months about this cotton crop on whether we were going to get enough heat units to mature it out, considering how late it was. And good Lord really gave us the exact weather we needed to get it mature and opened up. Now, if we could just get our equipment to hold up long enough to get it out before the next storm system comes through.
Well, Matt is still picking pretty good, so that's a good note. And as you can see, the bush hog, it's way back in there, but it is running, so that's good. And now I just started spreading poop again, and I got I got 6 acres on the dot, which was pretty crazy, but because that's exactly what it's supposed to be. And so I went back to Pete's farm where we just left off, because I still had, as you can see, I had another buggy load full over there in that pile. And I was going on along the field, and my rate controller here that we bracketed up here, it's got these little rubber stoppers here that, I mean, are nice, but as you can see, I mean, they're kind of a terrible design. They're nice on a flat surface laying upside down, but they're not even, there's not a bolt going through them. So I'm surprised it didn't break sooner than this, because I mean, I haven't been going over just flat, smooth fields, and this thing is not the most gracious thing going across there. Luckily, I mean, I seriously watched it fall off. I don't know how I turned around right at the perfect time, but yeah. So now I'm gonna go back and maybe put some rubber strips where the bolts go instead of these, and actually run a bolt through here. You can see our nut, I mean, it's still on there, it's still tight, and our nut on here is still on there and still tight. Just a kind of a poor design. So if you get one of these buggies and want to figure out where to mount your rate controller at, the side is a great spot, because one, it doesn't get poop dumped on it, but you may consider swapping those little orange things.
We're just going 3 for 3 today, ain't we? Everything is torn up at least once.
Oh yeah. But this is what I was talking about, the little things. They've got a bolt going, I mean,
what a crap design.
I'm very surprised it held on this long.
So anyway, this is my rate controller, my very expensive rate controller. And I thought bolts went all the way through a little rubber bushing like that right there. But as you can see, it doesn't. It's just got like bolt heads glued in there. So my rate controller fell off. Luckily, Andy happened to be looking back at it at the exact time that it fell off. So hopefully none of our wiring is jacked up. But yeah, I'd say take these out. We'll have a hole all the way through, put you some new bolts all the way through, and we'll just bolt it directly through it. But to do that, I mean, in order to do that, you're going to take this outside shell off and then put it back. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about no rubber. Just mount it directly to the frame and roll on with it. And if anything else tears up that afternoon, just wait and tell me in the morning.
Just park it.
Yeah, we'll go home. Oh, after day, I just need to take a minute, just enjoy that sunset, the pretty pictures that God gives us. Everything will be all right. Even though some days it just seems like everything's mounted against you. All right, enough reflection. Let's get some more cotton picked.
All right, we made it back to our thing. We have the bolts. We have our 4 rubber semi-squares. And I'm gonna drill these out just a little bit. And I know, don't comment on my drill bit here. As long as it works, it works. That was kind of a nightmare. And my battery died, of course, at the worst time. All that is said and done, it's back up there, nice and tight. Everything's all bolted up. Everything's all plugged in, so we're back where we left off an hour or 2 hours ago. So let's see if it still works. It says it's spreading. Let's see if it's back there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did you doubt me for a second? Well, we're finally back running now that it feels like midnight. I think it's only like 6:30, but 7:03. Oh, and I had my flashlight for lighting, so as soon as I turn it off, I'm going dark. Good night.
Well, for the first time in quite a few days, we're running more than one roll of wrap through this picker. As you can see up there, top right-hand corner, this is our last one, and it's wrapping now. Let's go ahead and inject it and get up this other end. We'll swap to another roll of wrap. It actually feels pretty good to have to put 2 rolls on here in one day. In case I didn't mention it before, each roll of wrap can wrap 24 modules. Even with all the difficulties we've had today, we're still making better progress than we made in several days, which feels pretty good. We'll stop when we get up here and let the module off and see if we can do a quick NASCAR pit stop on changing wrap. Yeah, I know I'm out of wrap. All right, put this in load wrap mode. Then we'll go back here to the back and load her up. Now this one right here, one we just dropped off, this is actually number 32 for the day, because I started the day with 8 wraps left on the previous roll. So we spitting out the marshmallows today. All right, we're start out by lowering down the handler here where we can climb up on there. And we'll pull the leftover plastic off that roll out. We'll roll it up here on the old roll. Put the whole roll over here on there. We'll be going back to the shop and I can load more up. Take off a little bit of this little tray. We'll feed it around the rollers and pull it through. There it is, buddy. And we'll just feed it here on top of the wheel. Well, press the foot over here, now feed it back up in there. Back far enough. Then we'll raise our handler back up. Then we'll let our wrap roller down onto the gears there. Andy Kelly had to play catch up here. Alright, now put her back in harvest mode. 24 reps, you read right.
Alright, well, we finally emptied our second buggy here, but now we are headed back to finish up that last little pile that I was saying from Pete's farm. There's only like 4 or 5 buckets left, which I can't estimate that crap, literally. So we are headed over there, and hopefully our rate controller stays on this time. This is the same rate way that I've been taking. I took the front end loader back to where we're at now. And Kelly just dropped me back off at the spreader. And just look at that. It is maxed out. I mean, that is max payload 10 ton, and that is definitely 10 ton. I've got a little bit on the sides, on both sides, but I mean, the least amount that falls off is better. So, Kelly, get out the way! She heard me.
Well, crap, we just ran out of water with like 2 acres left on this farm. I was trying to get it done, but it's right at 10 o'clock. By the time I fill up water, get back over there, we still got to clean the heads out and stuff tonight. We'll just wrap this farm up tomorrow. Overall, we got about 48 acres done today. We pumped out a lot of cotton though. Maybe tomorrow will be a little bit better. We're gonna go over here and get this thing cleaned out and get started on servicing it. So hadn't been hardly any dew falling tonight, so maybe we'll have a dry night and be able to get another early start tomorrow and run through some acres.